about that time. Assemble and talk. No cap. It's a civil war. You thinking you worthy. You feeling like door. Smash that like button like Hawk, yeah. Welcome back, everybody. We here once again. It's your host, Sluggy.
Jonathan.
Black.
AssembleTime, all the time, right on time. Please subscribe. It's the road to 100. Please, I think we probably mad close now. I know I've seen a couple new subscribers, like 1 or 2. So we was at like 96, so we have to be at 97 or 98. But please subscribe. It's the road to 100. Smash that like button like Hawk. What you always tell them?
Oh, become an assembler. It's easy.
Right.
Just become one. Also, in the words of my man Fox, press the button.
Press the button. Now you sounded like him for a second, so I heard his voice. Press the button.
Press the button.
We got M behind the cam. Ghost on his way. You know, Ghost usually the cameraman behind the cam. So we're gonna have 2 behind the cam guys.
Fact.
We just gonna fill up the room eventually
Behind
with
the
mad
cam,
people. There's gonna be a crew. It's not a man. It goes from a man to a crew, cam crew. You know, Canon Code. Shout out to Canon Code. That's our short film production we got in the works soon. Yes, definitely. To move strictly straight into the realm that we supposed to be talking about, MoonKnight.
Yes.
First episode dropped. Before I get y'all both of y'all thoughts on that, and before I get my thoughts on that, I just want to tell the fans and everyone, I recorded a segment the night that MoonKnight came out. I recorded myself in my room. I set everything up nice, and YouTube blocked it. I tried to re-upload it in a different way. They blocked it. I tried to do it one more time another way, and I thought I had it, and they blocked it again. So hopefully I could figure it out. I could dispute it, but I don't know. I got to figure out how to not show. I guess I was watching the whole. Oh, no, I guess I was. I was watching the whole episode. I had it in the corner and everything, and then reacting to it. But they was like, "You wildin'." So I get it. So I gotta find a loophole, just a way, not to ramble, whatever. But it sucks. I wanted y'all to see that. That was a really good ass. It felt good. It felt like I was in the theater, but at home, and it felt like y'all was there with me, even though y'all wasn't. But nonetheless, this is an official MoonKnight breakdown. I got a lot of notes here that I wrote down, things that stood out to me that I just have questions about also, so I can just ask y'all how y'all felt about it if that stood out to y'all. So to jump right into it, how did you feel about it first?
When I first saw it,
Just a quick little, like, you know, your quick little, right after you fell, and then I get black.
I felt good. I felt like Maru. I felt like the MCU didn't miss. Like, they made me more excited for next week's episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, now I'm like, oh man, I need to look up MoonKnight, because he even more now, like even more deep into him, because like, he's, for what I've seen so far, he seems like a fire ass character.
Mm-hmm.
I need that.
Mm-hmm.
Need that. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited.
Alright, black. The floor is yours.
I don't like it.
I didn't expect
Yeah,
that.
they can't even take it serious.
No, I didn't expect that. That's why I didn't.
Nah, that shit was fire.
It wasn't serious.
Yeah, nah.
He said, I didn't like it. Nah, that was a good episode.
Y'all laughed in a way like it would be impossible. So like
Nah, cause I did definitely.
What are you even talking
It
about?
was good, but I just didn't expect you to say that at the moment. I don't know why, but that's funny.
Yo, just in short, very good show. There's so much to be said about the show that I can't be brief. So I like it a lot. It's a very likable show.
I say I should watch.
All right, I want to compare it. Where do you think it holds up to the rest of the MCU shows so far?
I can't.
It's like
I can't
6-1, right? It's like the 6-1 now, I believe, right? What is
You
it?
got WandaVision, Loki, What If, Hawkeye, Falcon, Winter Soldier. Correct, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. That's 5 I just named.
I believe so.
Yeah, I think that's dope.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
would be
we-
6. So you was right. He's on 6. If we're going off first episodes, if we're just basing it off the first episode.
Oh, you're right. Cause that's the only thing we got. I'm like,
If we're just basing it off the first episode, I will put this first episode number 2.
is the second best first episode out of
To me,
all of those.
yes.
Six?
First is Loki. Loki to me was just fine.
I just read that yesterday that Loki has the most watches on out of all of those shows for the MCU. I heard it ranked in at 5.23 billion or some shit like that.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they went crazy.
That's crazy.
That's some box office numbers.
No,
if
yeah,
I'm not
no, yeah,
mistaken. If I'm mistaken.
No, but that's just watches though. That's that's
Oh.
streams. Streams are kind of different thing because you just. And then, by the way, they including each episode. So I mean, they adding up each episode. I would assume, right? So a number that crazy.
So I would say, I guess. See, it's crazy. Like from the first episode, I don't think I can rank it. Just to be very honest. Mm-hmm. But if I had to give it like a trajectory, I feel like by the end of it, it's gonna be, if not the second best show behind Loki, it will probably be the best live action show.
Or
Yeah, just from the trajectory, like from the direction it's going from, because it's a lot of what they gave you in the first episode is it's kind of like a lot of what you kind of saw in the trailer. They just kind of elaborate more on it, but they set the framework on like you just know what this is gonna be. They show you how brutal it can be. Mm-hmm. They show you that it can be funny. They show you that it can be confusing. This guy Oscar Isaacs, he's like bodying.
So far,
it's gonna go crazy.
I think for me, I actually enjoyed it very much. Like I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
And not only that, like it kept me engaged the whole episode. Like I was, like, and at the end now, I really wanted, like you said, I couldn't wait for next week. I'm like, damn. Immediately, I was hoping, but I didn't want to jinx it. I was like, I hope by the end of this, they release the second. They did that, I think, with WandaVision. Or it was another show.
It was 2 episodes.
It was either one. I know for sure they gave it with WandaVision, but it was either that show or another show where they gave the first episode, and then they waited till you finish the first episode, like duration time wise,
right.
And then they uploaded the second episode.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot which one, if I'm not wrong, but it was one of those for sure, and I thought that was dope. So I had that hope, but I didn't want to jinx it. I didn't want to think about it too much. I'm like, I thought about it once. And I was like, oh, let me not even think about it too hard because that shit might not even come true. But I guess subconsciously I really wanted that, so it wasn't gonna work.
Just wanting more.
So after I finished it, I went straight. Even while I was on camp still, when I did that segment, I was like, yo, all right, we're gonna see right now because they do it. I explained all that, and I go, I'm like, oh, you see the letdown, disappointment in my face. They didn't upload the second. It's just one, so we gotta wait till next week, whatever.
But I'm happy they didn't do like a couple weeks ago. I thought they were gonna just drop 06.
Yeah,
it might be a.
I definitely didn't want 06.
Yeah, I didn't want 06.
I ain't want 06. I'm happy they did it.
You definitely miss so much when you. Come on, if something's so good, you need that week to week for you to just really
just to
embrace it, and embrace everything.
Yeah.
Like you can't just, you need to figure that out. So I'm happy too. But I really liked it. I thought it was for first episodes. Thinking back, I'm gonna say it was maybe. All right, I liked it a lot, but I don't. I'm gonna say third in the middle of the pack. It's better, of course, than WandaVision's first episode
because it started really slow.
And but Loki's first episode was really, really good, and I'm not gonna lie. As much as I didn't like Falcon with the Soldiers ending, the first episode was crazy. Like that show, don't get me wrong, was the weakest one, but it's not weak. It's
weak amongst the other shows. Hell yeah.
Its finale is definitely weak.
Yes,
but. Every other episode was valid in that show. There's actually more action in the Falcon with the Soldier than every other show. Like,
and they actually throwing hands.
No, they get it in that shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Real hands.
But
hands.
So, and then I'm not gonna lie. Hawkeye had a crazy first episode too. Like Hawkeye started strong with Kate Bishop. Like, and
I like Hawkeye a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But
so I don't know. Like I'm not gonna. It's hard for me to really rank it. That's what I'm getting at. But I definitely did enjoy the shit out of it.
That's what I was at. I can't quite rank
it. I can't rank it, but I enjoyed the shit out of it.
But I know it's going to be good. I know it's going to be really good.
All right, let me get into my list here. I have a lot of stuff that stood out to me that I wrote down. And hopefully y'all touch on it.
Let's get it.
Smash that like button, like hook, subscribe. If you're new to the channel, it's the road to 100. Please subscribe.
Become an assembler.
Right.
It's not that hard.
All right, I went from top to bottom. I remember a lot of times I didn't even get to fix my mistake, but it was just a mistake that I told myself to pay attention to. I didn't realize that he was, until like the end of the episode, that he was called Steven, and he's Steven. And I'm assuming the next episode we're gonna get Mark.
Mark Spector, Mark Spector.
Yeah. So with my notes, I just assumed MoonKnight is Mark Spector, so I just kept writing down. So when Mark does this, but then I started realizing as I'm watching and I'm writing my notes down, I'm like, he keeps calling him Steven. Or people keep calling him Steven. I'm like,
Right.
this is Steven, and I realized what was going on. So if y'all didn't realize, that was the Steven. What's his last name?
Grant.
Grant. All right, yeah, I knew it was something simple. Appreciate that. So that, look, I got that. Hey, see that shit?
Let's get it. Let's
It's
get
crazy. It's like a Bible script.
it. Let's unpack.
All right, MoonKnight, Stephen Grant. Start from there. So the intro, I definitely was digging the whole dark intro vibe with the crushing the glass,
Yes.
pouring it inside the sandals,
And then he went like
walking
this.
in them, and
Got it
then
right.
what?
With the sandals, he started doing this, make sure it was
Level,
even.
it was level without
Yeah,
work.
like he was right.
And then even right before that, he was doing it like a ritual he was doing, right? Like I seen that before, like covering the glass
Right.
with the shit, then breaking it, and then
That's like something that monks do, actually.
exactly. It was very ritual-ish, and I caught his drift. I'm like, who is? And I'm like, it's gotta be obviously the villain, Ethan Hawke, right?
Right.
And I seen him walk away. I'm like,
Pick
yeah,
up
I'm
the
feeling
staff,
that.
gives you like a cult vibe.
Yeah. So it looked like he was casting a spell.
Right.
But I don't know if y'all caught that, but
Yeah,
I remember.
I
It
so
did. Like he was doing
yeah.
some kind of
Yeah.
So I wrote that in there. So I guess it falls into the whole me saying ritual, right? Thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was definitely one of the coolest intros of the shows. Like, you know, that initial scene, just the
Yeah.
Just how dark it was.
yeah, it gave you that vibe.
Put
Like,
it- glass in the shoe.
What's the word? It reeled me in ASAP.
Yeah.
The way, cause I like usually most shows start off, you see the protagonist. You always see the protagonist.
Mhm.
To see the antagonist first and to see how
It's funny you say that like this.
it's about that. It's like to see the antagonist first is like, alright. Ooh, hold up. Why are you showing him first? He gotta be something different.
It's like it got me thinking about that scene now, because when that scene first happened, when the scene first came on and I looked at that, I actually laughed. But I laughed on some like, alright, what the fuck are they up to? You know what I'm saying?
What they up to now?
Like, what are they doing?
They always up to doing some crazy
They always doing some
shit.
crazy
Right.
shit.
Why would
Like,
you
he's
do
gonna go, yeah. He's breaking glass, pulling in his shoe. They're giving me like, he gives you like cult leader vibes, and he's like you said, he's the first scene. So it just, for my immediate reaction was just to laugh, like, oh, Marvel. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I just love wherever they're gonna go. Man.
So I saw that scene with Fox.
Mm.
So, you know, we smoking. He's like, yo, bro, why you putting the glass in the shoe? I was like, I don't know, bro. I'm watching it with you. Like, it's interesting. Let's keep watching.
I don't know. Yeah, you got an ashtray over there, right?
Right there, Ken.
Yeah. Just make sure everybody got ashtrays. Alright, moving into the next
Yeah,
thing.
that's for you. Yeah.
No. Everybody got
That's
theirs,
you.
but I'm just saying. Me and him got this one. He got that one. I didn't get to put a bookshelf here. Move this closer to you. Have this like that. All right, everything's in time frame. My pinpoints how I'm breaking it down. So if you watch the show, the episode, you know it happens. It's gonna unfold just how I'm mentioning these things. I wrote down here. He must have already been messing with the steak lady. I call it steak lady. That's the they was supposed to go on the steak lady. He must have already been messing with her because
Mark.
he wasn't exactly. He wasn't sure when he was speaking to her, but when she was like, he said, "So it's like a date," and she's like, "You funny."
Yeah.
Because that's why I caught that whole he must have already been messing with her.
Right.
You know, like.
Or
But he gives off the vibe to her as if, like, even to his boss, like, nah, like, this is new. So, like, I'm about to bag it, I guess. Like,
it was something his boss said too, when she said, "Oh, what a vegetarian gonna know about the steakhouse?" Right, and then like, you know, looking at it now, like after watching and knowing everything that has happened, but for that particular scene, I think subconsciously, Steven didn't tell Mark, but he always had feelings for the steak lady. Like he wanted to always approach her, but as Steven, he doesn't have the confidence. So
well,
Mark was like,
it has to be because they have different.
Or see,
Or it could be one of the other.
Yeah.
He could just not be interested in that form, and then
another,
you don't know.
so
Like
that's kind of what I picked up from it was like so Steven as a character, they do a good job of portraying, not to be callous, but they portray him as a loser, right? They portray him as somebody who doesn't have a lot of confidence, and he's almost invisible. Like people don't even notice him. Like he's falling asleep on somebody on the bus ride on the way to work, and people guys just like shrugs him off.
Yo,
He's almost
fact,
fucking
that was
invisible.
funny
You know
as
what I'm saying?
hell.
like
So
an
the
average
fact that-
pedestrian.
Yeah, so the fact that he's left an impression on someone, because even he's reacting to her like she's like she has an impression of him, so she's smiling at him. She's like, "Yeah, we're going on this date," and he's like, you even notice I exist? Like I'm going on a date with you? Like this is fucking
Yo,
crazy.
you know, there's another thing I noticed in that scene how
That's
he
crazy.
he called his bosses vain right in that scene. When he asked her that question, she asked him that question like, yeah, so what's a vegetarian gonna find to eat at the right on the menu, whatever the
At the
case may be.
steakhouse.
He's like, I don't know. I guess like they must have salad or something. Like he OD like came out, bro. Like
Right.
obviously, and she took that how she should because she was tight. She was like her whole face dropped. She stopped joking with him, and then she just like,
Exactly.
all right, like
She
she sent him
walked off.
to yeah. She was like he walked off like, all right, just do your job, like.
You still doing inventory?
Yeah,
she
exactly.
said you still doing inventory.
But, that was mad funny to me. Another thing I picked up on it was the whole night of the museum kind of vibe.
Let's go.
Yeah.
It's about that time. Assemble and talk. No cap. It's a civil war. You thinking you worthy? You feeling like door. Smash that like button like hope. Yeah.